Hello chickies, welcome to the Fully Booked Penguin channel. I am Hannah, and today we are celebrating Plave's second anniversary. Woo! Hello there, welcome everyone. We're actually going to do a new sort of video on the channel because it is Plave's second anniversary. We're all very excited. Congratulations, Plave, to making it to the second anniversary, and all the plea, my fellow plea. Love you guys. So quick intro to me. I am Hannah. I run a booktube, which is books and entertainment and vlogs and those sorts of things. I am also a writer. So I love plot and lore and everything that encapsulates entertainment and storytelling. You'll also pick up, if you watch my videos, that I am in fact a plea. I love Plave. I have been following them for a while now. I try to catch every Pladio, i.e. their Monday live streams. And for those who don't even know what plea are, they are the fans of a Plave, which are a Korean virtual idol group. They are real people. They wear mocap suits. And they do all their own production, choreography, songwriting. And pretty much all the MVs are done with these mocap or motion capture suits in a studio. And they have VLast, which is their company. It is a tech company, and it's all very cool. And they're making such progress with the technology too. I think just the other day, they were driving their car around their little track, and Noah was a terrible driver. And Ho was reliable, and Hamin, he was pretty good too. There are 5 members in the group. There's Yejun, there is Noah, there's Bambi, there's Unho, and then there's the Maknae, Hamin, which we all adore, every single one of them. Now, since I am a writer and I consume books, K-dramas, movies, all of the entertainment that requires creative direction, I am intrigued by all things lore and storytelling by these K-pop groups. And Plave is one such group that has very strong storyline. Now, because they are virtual idols, they get to act the part of their roles. So like with real actors, where they have obviously their roles, the character roles that they take on, then they have their real life persona or real life selves, but they also have their social media selves, i.e. usually most actors will have a media team that will back up the way they put forward themselves. I'm sure there are genuine ones where what you see is what you get, but in some way, anyone who is in front of cameras are putting forward a version of themselves that may not be completely their inner thoughts, inner selves, inner opinions. And with Plave, they are acting these roles, and I believe they're all aliens in some aspect of the word. They are not from Earth. They would never have worked a day in their life in Terra, i.e. Earth. But because they are storytelling, they are acting out the roles of these aliens. That is the basic gist. Obviously, I do not know all the lore. I have seen bits and pieces. I know little things. But today, we are going to be reacting to the MVs and trying to see all the lore, or everything that I can see or figure out, or incorrectly or correctly surmise from just the MVs. So together, we're going to collectively have amnesia, pretty much, okay? We're going into this, we are only knowing of the aliens Plave. We know nothing else. This is going to be storyline. We have selective amnesia. I may suddenly have a premonition. I can't restrict what I do and don't tell. Like some tidbits I may have from outside the literal video that I'll be able to share, just because I think it gives like a slight bit of knowledge, insider knowledge. So how we're going to do this is we're going to watch the videos, but we're not going to do it for the music. We're going to be doing a lot of pausing. So if you're here to listen to the music, which is 100% perfection, go check out the videos if you haven't. Every single one of them. I'll leave a playlist. I'll leave the playlist of Plave, the playlist, down below. You can check out all their videos. It's impeccable. They are so talented. As I say, they produce, choreograph. They do the whole thing. Okay, so talented beings. Okay, and if you're Play, you already know all this. But welcome. If you do have lore stuff, because okay, here's the thing. As an English-only speaker, I don't exactly know where to go to find just a really nice layout of the lore and like links to live streams or videos or posts that explain it. I haven't looked thoroughly. I do think sometimes with English-speaking fans, They only get fed whatever gets translated by other fans sometimes. Sometimes the companies are really good. VLast are pretty good with their subtitling, but a lot rely on other fans that translate it for us, which is so helpful, and I am so grateful that so many play do that. That's so helpful, but also I don't have like a little layout. Where do you even begin? Sometimes as only English-speaking fans, it's really hard to get all the lore because you have to go and search and you're like, oh, where is all the lore? Where is it? But I do appreciate the other play that do provide us with what we can. And as I say, I am slowly making my way through all of the live streams and Alasko and all the content. But that takes a while, and obviously I am going to miss little things or, translation stuff. Like there are certain Korean sites that obviously I wouldn't go to or see simply because I am not on those sites and I do not fully speak Korean. I know the slightest amount of Korean. The tiniest amount of Korean. And things like Weverse, the translation feature, it isn't great. Anyway, I feel like I've blabbed on enough. I hope I covered everything that I wanted to cover. Oh, final thing. This is their light stick. It is great. It's a dumbbell. It's not super heavy. It's hilarious. It's a reference to the group and their activities. It's a meme all on its own. And Plave are just great memes. They are so good. So funny. So as I say, there'll be a lot of pausing. The audio will be very low. Again, check out the main videos if you want to listen to audio, which I highly suggest. But we are just going by the MV. MV only. We got nothing else outside of that, okay? Selective amnesia, we all forget. I'm going to try and navigate my way through just the MVs with a slight premonition of who they are. You'll get it. You'll get it. Anyway, welcome. If you like this content, let me know if you want more. I can delve into other things. But again, happy anniversary to Plave. Love you guys. Love the play. Hatu hatu. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, so there are 5 official MV releases. There are a few special videos in that. We are just going to do the 5 main videos. These may be very long videos, by the way. So up first we have their debut, which is Wait For You. Then we have The Sixth Summer. Then we have Wait For Love. Then we have Pump Up the Volume. And then we have the latest release, which is Dash. Okay, first up we have Wait For You, which is from their first single album, Astrum. And it was released obviously on the 12th of March, 2023. Now again, we're all going to have selective amnesia, okay? But when it's all over, you can comment below and let me know where I can find lore or things like that. Please do. That would be really helpful. Or any English translated channels that really have a great setup or rundown of the lore. That would be helpful too. So anyway, let us get into the video. Look at that giant whale. Goodness. How pretty it is. Wow. That is perfect for a wallpaper. 100% wallpaper approved. Oh, look how pretty. I don't think there's really anything to take on other than, okay, we could probably write down the world. Okay, worlds and places. First up, again, this is a lot of pausing. We're doing lore, not for some. We have a sky sea with a giant whale, which is gorgeous. Now, I might screenshot each of these just so you don't have to watch me struggle. Okay, it looks like we have a lab. A cube Earth? Would you call that a cube Earth? I might end up having to do these in separate videos. If the videos are too long, I will do separate videos. Wait For You will be one video, and then we'll continue the series maybe. If this video is 50 minutes long. Because if we pause it every second, this may be a long one. Okay, we have a lab with a cube Earth, which is digital rocks, Earth and nature. Mainly, it seems like elemental scientists. Okay, continue. Now we have a different one, which is 100% a gorgeous princess world, or prince, prince world. That is castles, rivers, and there be birds. So some of these details will not matter, but there are birds. It might come in helpful. Okay. A library. I would love to live here. Let me just say, that is gorgeous. I mean, books and plants don't usually mix. I mean, the girlies have plants next to their books, but usually it's in a contained kind of fake way. These look kind of real, but it does look like there's magical sparkles, so maybe the magical sparkles stop the plants from getting moisture and destroying the books. Here's the thing, even though there are tons of plants, and it's like it's overgrown, it still looks really clean, so I'm pretty sure it's magically contained. It doesn't look abandoned or neglected. It looks like that's a nature choice. You know, it's the choice of the library owner. This place has a lot of globes. Continue for 9 seconds. I just zoned out to the music there for a second. It's like a cityscape. Digital era, for sure. Is night. Sure, it has a day, but we'll note down that it's night. There's a cinema. Wherever this is, it's canon that there's a cinema. Oh, I can't read. Can't read some of the signs. Neon? My best friend kept talking about neon. But I don't think that's the same neon. Again, more city. Don't really see much more. Oh, there's flying cars! Flying cars, everyone! I feel like that's a good point. Flying cars. Okay. Next up we have cubes. Like circuit boards? Circuit boards. And very cubey. Let's put an exclamation mark on the cubes. Again, very digital. But very, very much circuit boards. Alright, in the whale place. Okay. I feel like we have 4 worlds. Is that correct? Yeah, I think we have 4 worlds currently. So, it's giant whale. Giant flying whale, looks like. In the land of the giant flying whale, we have a blue-haired lad. I'm getting some intel, and it tells us that it's Yejun. His name is Yejun. Nice. That's his name, is Yejun. Okay. He's got blue plants. Blue. His outfit. Can we garner anything from his outfit? He looks like a dapper bloke. Looks like he's a gentleman. He's got dapper vibes. Like he's either a doctor or a scientist. We'll see. Alright, we have the library dude. We'll go down a few lines. Library. He looks like a prince in that outfit. Like an aristocratic prince rather than like a medieval prince. Blondie. Blonde. No E. Blonde hair. Hang on, I'm getting a premonition. His name is Noah. Well done, everyone. Noah. Thank you for that intel, please. We're going to continue. He is reading. Must like with books. Has Noah ever... This is outside of this, but has Noah ever suggested books? If he doesn't actually read books, that would be really disappointing, but... Reads books. I would love some suggestions for books from Noah. Okay, anyway, continue. We have him reading. Wow. Okay. I take it this is like city. This is the cityscape. We have our pink lad. His outfit is so cool. Street punk or streetwear. He is dancing in this cityscape. And our intel tells us that this is Bambi. Wait. I saw a sign. Wait. Wait. I've decided we're just going to write down basics and then I will go through on my own after we go through the basics and screen capture if I find any more details. But I can't do that on the pad. I can't accurately skim. So we're going to do that later. Got Bambi doing his dance. So cool. Alright, we have same place. Okay. White and black hair. The white and black hair does remind me of 2 things. First is like the killer whale in human form. There's like tons of art out there of like killer whales in human form. Also from Fruits Basket. I think his name is Haru. Same sort of hairstyle, to be honest. There's a game station, I think. And Intel tells us that this is Unho. He has a motorcycle. that is a cool looking motorcycle. Let's be honest. Yeah, there's a game station. So handsome. Okay, now we have the cube world, the circuit board cube world, and we have a very like athletic ninja wear kind of guy, black hair. And our intel tells us that this is Hamin. Yeah, there's nothing really more to say about the world. It's very cubey. It's very cube. Oh, okay. There is a crack in the sky. Or galaxy, I suppose. It could be a galaxy. I'll have to have a closer look, but it looked like a crack. But it could be just another galaxy. Or like a, you know, like when technology breaks and there's that's rift. When there's the rift when you accidentally crack technology. Okay, this looks like that's Yejune's arms. He got a hello box. Looks happy. A snow globe? He's got a little dolphin. What? Dolphin. He's wearing a lab coat, but that could still be a doctor. But I think from we did have the lab earlier, so it's probably a scientist. But it could be a doctor. You know, it could be a scientist doctor. Dolphin, and he got a snow globe. It's almost like there's these sort globes with these etchings or whatever in it. Like a star, like a constellation, glass constellation or something. Look more like that than a snow globe. Yeah, it's more galaxy. Oh, he has a little mole, like freckle or mole. Looks more like this one that I have. It's like a dark freckle. His is there, mine is down here. Well, he's just one mirror for even more. He has a dark freckle. We'll note that down. It probably connects to Zero Law, but it makes me happy, so I'm going to note it down. And he's having a nap. Again, I love naps. I support this prince. He's having a nap. Oh, he woke up. He saw something. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, it said hello in magic. The sparkles before were blue. Like blue sparkles. But this is yellow sparkles. And then we get the plagues. Which looks like a magic circle. Magic circles are like for summoning things or casting magic. Is it coming out of the book? Or is it just there? Bambi dancing. Oh. Bambi had a glitch in the world? That was 100% a glitch. And it gave him a hello token. A hello token / coin. It's pretty cute though. Okay, it has the plague symbol too. On reverse. Okay, we're back with Unho. He's in Renova Cinema and his motorcycle, obviously. He's got a lot of tactical pockets. I don't know whether that's relevant, but there we go. And he's got a watch. Got a digital watch. Okay. Oh, it's a good thing that I noticed that digital watch. Okay, he gets a hello on his watch. Then holographic map with a location in red, it seems. It seems that whatever it is sending him there. Oh, he's vroom vrooming! And he does in fact vroom. He vrooms on his motorcycle. Yay. Vroom vroom. Oh, wait. That sign from earlier near Bambi? He's somewhere up there. Because that sign, the red symbols, that was near Bambi. That was near Bambi, the little red sign with Chinese characters. So they're definitely in the same world. There's garage. Space travel. Space travel. Huh, you're in space! I don't know, just over there, Bambi. Bambi's just over there. He's just over there. Go pick him up. Oh. So Hamin is constructing cube. Does that mean he built this entire world? Because he's just here suddenly making like a little cube. Is all these other cubes made out of little cubes and then he's just been sitting here making the world? Has he just been sitting here making circuit boards? By himself? For how long? I mean, look at all Oh, look at all the cubes! How long has he been here? He looks very cool though. It's a purple cube. Oh, okay, that okay. It's purple. I don't know if the purple cube means anything, but okay, we have coding. Spoilers, I know nothing about coding, but this is definitely on a computer. So I think it's a separate world. So that's all their names on there. So we've got Yejun, Nova, Bambi, and Hammond. Static Void Mainstream. Try connect with Terra. We've mentioned Terra. Mention of Terra. Got all their names and they're trying to connect. Static will try connect with Terra members. If members equal play. Okay, the last world Krellin? Krellin. I don't think we've so we have a Terra. We've mentioned VLast. VLast connects members, the world Terra, and the world of Krellin. Return true, else return false. Right? There's someone unknown is coding. And that looks a bit like no. And there is the play symbol again. It's like there's a map there. I can't tell what the map is. Yes, I knew it. They are in the same world. Ah, they're pals. Looks like it, anyway. They are same world. Same world. Okay. So, same world. They seemed happy. They seemed like they knew each other. So, know each other. Back in the library, we have Noah. Book searching. Magic book. Maybe like a sun symbol. Sun symbol, Noah. It's definitely a galaxy. With our scientists, it's definitely a galaxy. Rather than snow. He's still constructing his he's still constructing his box. He's in construction. Yejun has a giant dolphin friend. Yeah, it's definitely a sky sea because you can see in the background there's like all these tiny little fishies. So, and there is I don't know if that's a big dolphin or an average sized dolphin, but there is a live dolphin. It is a sky sea. Definitely a sky sea. Oh, he constructed his box. Constructing this box led to a rift for sure. That rift opening further. You definitely took part in that rift opening. Safety first. Glad to know that there's safety. Safety first. Helmet. That's adorable. Okay. The Palo friends. There's Schumann. It's like an arcade. Oh, it's the game station! I mentioned the game station earlier. Game station? Didn't I? Wait, can I make a note? Game station! Yes! We're at the game station now. We are at the game station. There's little pixel creatures. Pixel critters. Okay, anything else? I mean, there's mushrooms. So there's a little... Is that them? No. Yes! Look! It's Pixel them! They got Pixel thems! See, there's Bambi over to the right, and then over to the left, you can just see him. There's a Pixel Uno. My gosh. Vega. Vega mode? I saw earlier Vega modes. I think in another shot there was Vega mode. Okay, we have a Hello Arcade machine. A Hello Arcade machine. Oh, there they are again! Up there! You can see them. Up top there's like a mini them too. He's got a purple gem in his book. Got the purple gem in there. Okay, so they put the token from earlier into the machine. So the token then be received through the glitch they are now using in the arcade machine. Makes sense. We have Computer Guy again, and he presses something. Let's slow it down. Like a slide at a time. AS F5. AS F5? There's the code to unite everyone. It's AS F5. Okay, remember that. I'm going to try it later. But with Scientist Yejun. Oh, he's got water magic. Is he a marine biologist? He's got all these like little figures of like animals. Maybe he's a marine biologist. But he has blue magic. Like water? He could be a marine biologist. Let's hope. In which case, very smart. Look at his little brooch! It's a dolphin brooch. That's adorable. Look at his little dolphin brooch. Okay, he has a magic book. In the library, it is a magic symbol book. Pink magic for Bambi. Pink magic for Bambi. Look at that. I know, just his was slightly like redder. Yeah, his is slightly redder. What? His is more like. I mean, I wish it was like Braille, but it's not. That wouldn't make sense. But again, he's following his cubiness, is what I'm trying to say. It's very circuit board. Oh, they're all floating. Oh. Okay, a new world. Water and mountains and like shooting stars. Okay, new outfits, new world. There are shooting stars, planets. It's very water. Yejun will be right at home. They look pretty barren, like the mountain. There's the rift. The rift is still there. Like almost like an Aureola, like Borealis? Borealis? My English is failing me though, you know, Borealis. The choreography is. And they're watching the falling stars. Terra! They're looking at Terra! Nice! Oh, they were so happy. Like, they're so happy to see Terra. Oh my gosh. It's adorable. The one thing is, they automatically best pals. So I don't know whether they're between their worlds they knew each other, or whether, you know? Look at them. They're besties. And has little toothies. Little fangs. Bambi was so happy to show Noah. He's like, look at my dude. Noah's just like, I can see. So that's us done watching through. I have my notes. The general gist is that they were each in different worlds except for Bambi and Unho. They were in the same world and they appeared to be palo friends, but at the end they all seemed to get along. Like Yejun and Unho were like buddies, and then Bambi's like, look, Noah! You know, so I feel like maybe they had just suddenly appeared and they're like, oh, we know each other. We know. I don't know whether that's due to Computer Guy. He's just like, let me put this group together. And you all know each other, pretty much. You all know. It's in the coding. So let's see. Krellum and Terra and Krellum, and then there was a few things in Unho and Bambi's world as well. Like Vega mode. So I don't know whether that ties into their original like world. And VLast was there as well in the coding of. There we go. Interesting. Most of these other notes are kind of going to be included if we look at the other videos. We can look back and say, oh, they also had a dolphin. Oh, Vega mode showed back up, or etc, etc. Like, these notes will go into further videos. But for now, we don't have anything to compare it against. I assume that each of them have their own worlds, except of course Unho and Bambi. they had a very cityscape sort of pixel world, like game arcade kind of thing going on. Hammond was very alone. Like the others looked like they might be lived in. Well, the other ones did seem to be rather like the cityscape seemed to be like lived in. Yejun in his sky place, his sky sea, seemed fairly alone. Then we have Noah, which had a lot of books and stuff, and very nature castle-y, but you didn't really see much movement per se. But there could have been, you know, wizards and magicians and princes and princesses and tales going on. But Hammond definitely seemed alone in his world, surrounded by his circuit board cubes. And then, of course, the bloke at the computer with his coding brought them all together, which was a VLAST. So maybe, and then he did have a map, but it was hard to see what the map was. And in that, it mentioned Terra, which is obviously Earth, and Krellin. I was expecting to see Astrum, but it was Krellin, so I'm not sure. Maybe Krellin is that world that they were on, with the shooting stars and stuff. And then Astrum is like their cityscape combination world that they end up at for all their live streaming and all that sort of thing. Yedrin seemed to be, I think he was a marine biologist of a sort. Then we have Noah, that seemed like he was a magician / princey dude. Then we have Eunho and Bambi. Bambi was like dancing his little heart out, and Eunho was just gazing across the city with a little sparkle of love in his eye. And he had his motorcycle, of course. And then we had, Hammond, who was just constructing boxes. So very interesting. I am interested to see how all of this ties into the other MVs. But we don't know why they were brought together yet. We just know the scientist dude brought them all together. And they seem to be quickly pals. Which, who would it be? If I came across them, I would be like, you know what, adopted. You are now part of my clan. So I don't blame them for immediately being like, yeah, we are besties now. All 5 of us. But yeah, happy 2nd anniversary to Clave. Way For You is their debut MV, which was obviously done on this date in 2023. So congratulations, Clave, for your success and your awesome music. And congratulations, Plee, for also being here for however long you have been. But if you've been here from the beginning, 2 years. That's quite the fun journey. So I will be doing the other MVs, obviously. I don't know quite when, but I will get around to that and hopefully have some more fun. But until next time, peace.
티니로그 끝.